I'm here in the Gandina Community Gardens today. We're having a pizza day to thank everyone for all the fantastic work they did for the Open Day recently. It's an amazing community garden. This used to be quite a derelict site, and now it's just filled with an abundance of food. We have bananas and a whole range of fruit trees, mid-level of cassavas and arrowroots, and understory of herbs and creepers, lots of vegetables interspersed. It's an amazing food forest. It's created by a really dedicated group of community members. They also have a nursery here, they run courses and programs, and have a lot of social events like what's happening today to bring people together to explore community and sustainability.
I love the gardens per se as a garden. It's a fantastic garden, but what I do love more than anything is the people and the community here. And I love being able to come to a place where you've got like-minded people and you can just talk without having to explain yourself all the time. It's just fantastic to be able to be free like that.
And what's your favourite part of this garden?
I would say at the moment it's probably the kids' teepee.
So here in the community gardens there's an abundance of citrus trees and understories of arrowroot. Quite small at the moment because it's winter. But tucked underneath here we should actually find some roots that are ready to harvest. Oh, look at this. This is my potato alternative here. I love these things. You can do whatever you want to do with potatoes with these. And they're just abundant. The thing about them too is you actually don't have to dig them up. They're right there on the top and you can just quite easily snap them off. There we go. That's just a little baby one. If you get it while it's still got its shoot, small like that, they're really, really nice and tender. Beautiful. This is an ice cream bean tree. It's a legume, so it helps to improve the soil. It's also a pioneer plant that grows up beautifully fast and provides shade and protection for other plants. In order for it to be a useful pioneer and for it not to actually take over the whole garden, it's a good idea to coppice it. And you can see from this one over here, it's been chopped quite a lot. I've kept it nice and low, and that way you can use it as a chop and drop, and you can keep the leaves looking really nice and lush, and they make better compost that way. But also, when the ice cream beans come on, they're accessible. Otherwise, they're way up the top of a very tall tree, and the tree itself starts to provide too much shade for the garden. So that's a great idea for pioneer species, particularly legumes of all different sorts, is to keep chopping them and bring them back down to a usable height. Cassava is a remarkable plant. It doesn't get used much in Australia, but it actually feeds an enormous percent of the world's population with a large component of their carbohydrates. It's very pest resistant, very hardy plant. You can eat both the tops and the bottoms. So incredible plant as a survival food. Gandina Garden is full of amazing plants, and they're categorised in different garden areas. There's the food forest, and this particular one is the medicinal herb garden. Whole area of plants. Lots of information. Cat's whiskers and a steamed tea for kidneys. What's this one here? Lemon balm. Lifts the spirits, disperses stress. So all along here, lots of plants with all their signs and information about how to use them and what benefits they have. Lots of trellises that are made through this garden using just offcuts of bits of Rio here for the passion fruit. You can see the trellis, just old bits and pieces. Down below here is a bamboo trellis for cherry tomatoes. And around along the streetscape here, a little pathway through the food forest underneath the bananas, a lovely shady little spot. You can just see the smoke gently wafting through across there, coming from the cob oven, the frog cob oven, which all the kids are enjoying their pizzas at the moment. Rainwater tank. What have you found in the gardens?
Bathtub wind farms.
Oh, where's that?
Just around the corner here.
Inside is where the worms live. Got a nice big corrugated iron on top to keep the water out. Slightly tilted in a way to collect the juices down in the bucket below. There's another one over there. This is a community garden scale worm farm to process a lot of food scraps in the local community and turn it into fabulous fertiliser for the gardens. Pond up the back of the community garden here. I wonder what's happening in here. Bit of water storage. More of a habitat pond than anything. Moderate the microclimate too. It's quite lush and tropical in this section. It's amazing actually how much this landscape's been transformed over relatively a short time. It's quite a contrast to the other side, which is mostly just grass. When you come into here, it's like an edible wonderland. Food everywhere. There's so much food in this garden. Even this one little spot here, we have edible nasturtiums and flowers, oregano, aloe vera, garlic chives, Brazilian spinach, yarrow, parsley, pigeon pea. So much food, just in a smaller space. There's even a tiny little papaya seedling popping up through here. Fantastic. Just love this yam trellis. So productive and really dense. Lovely shady spot for the garden. And an entrance to another space. It's like walking through a doorway into another room. And I think you can really use edible landscape features to cultivate that sense of spatial connectedness between areas of the garden. And if you think about the edible landscape as a designed landscape, it can serve not only ecological functions but also many aesthetic and human scale purposes at the same time.
Mommy, look at this Whopper Earth one.
Hi, what do you like about this garden here?
Well, there's a lot of plants that you can eat.
Maya's about to go in. Oh, look at all these. Look at all those herbs he's got on his Maya. That's great. That rosemary is going to taste absolutely beautiful. Sand pit. And over on this side here is the kids' corner. Lots of things happening, from games, kids' gardens, a bee wall. I love these bee walls. Well, here it's called a bug hotel. And you can actually see and hear how it's been inhabited by a lot of bees already. They've plugged up the holes. Great. There's a use for all those washed up clogs that end up on the beach. And some little gumboots that the kids have grown out of. Chickens from the community garden, safely tucked away in their little house, coming over to say hello. Hello, girls. You laid any eggs today? Oh, I'm sure you get fed lots of yummy food from this community garden. Lots of people to come and take care of you. And very safely contained in this house here. What you doing here?
I'm just feeding the chickens some comfrey.
Nice.
They really like it.
What are you doing, Monty? Oh, does he like that?
Ow! It bite me here! Ow!
You got pizza on your face still.
Come on, eat that. Eat that. Eat that.
What's their favourite thing, Maya?
I think they like comfrey and nasturtium the best. Nasturtium! They love nasturtium!
The community garden encourages everyone to visit their website for recipes and information. I've just loved being at Yandina Community Gardens today, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing it. Come back next week for another look into our permaculture life.